Hello.
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 Welcome to
Thank you.
You and to people that are watching,
Welcome to everyone.
listening, smelling,
Thank you, Daniel.
CROSSPOD WORDCAST.
Yes,
This is CROSSPOD WORDCAST.
it's a crossword puzzle podcast. Thank you, Daniel. I'm David. Thank you, Lindsey.
She's
Thank
Lindsay.
you.
I'm Daniel.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, listeners.
Yeah, so it's been what a day, what a week,
Yeah,
what a
a
year.
week since our last gathering, at least.
Yeah, we gathered last week. That's nice. It's nice to gather weekly.
And when we get here to gather, we solve the crossword puzzle from the New York Times, usually on Thursday nights. And then after that,
Indeed.
listeners can expect us to go through the words we didn't understand. That's our etymological pass. And then we conclude with the arts section. I'm looking forward to the whole experience with you two, and with our producer Sam.
Thanks, producer Sam.
Howdy.
Hi.
We mentioned producer Sam. We should thank him and Sultan Studios for producing and hosting us. They have you should check us out there. We mentioned producer Sam. We should.
I should say, Sam, I'm noticing that on YouTube, it's just showing the CROSSPOD WORDCAST logo, but I can hear our voices.
Just as God intended.
Yeah, the logo's good.
Well, there we go. Okay, great. So why don't we talk about our buzz buys tonight,
Okay.
guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's your buzz buy?
Well, my buzz is by a local Utah brewer. It's called Uinta Brewing. Uinta is the name of a mountain range here, and the regional names borrow from it a lot. And this one's a mango flavor of a classic from theirs, a Golden Spike wheat ale. So it's a mango Golden Spike. You can see Golden Spike, Utah's history. There's
Got to hold in front of your
train and
chest
whatnot.
there.
Yeah, it's got
The train, the Golden Spike train. That's good beer. It's a wheat beer. I like a wheat beer. Wheat beer's good. Lindsay, you got
My buzz is brought to me by tea, mint tea specifically. I've been fighting this little cough and sinus infection. It's not COVID. I got a test, COVID-free. But somehow I got sick by not interacting with literally anyone. And so I've been drinking a lot of tea to help soothe the throat, which is nice. Don't I sound wonderful?
You got a little honey in that tea?
You bet your ass I do.
Well, maybe we'll try and see if we can save you some honey wine you can put in your tea next week.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure.
Well, my buzz by.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Dave. Oh, please.
No, I can't even remember what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. My buzz is by Shades Brewing, and this is a real treat, I must say. You guys probably can't make it out. Eggnog cream ale.
Oh my!
Wow.
Festive.
So it's ale brewed with vanilla, nutmeg, allspice, lactose, and bourbon-soaked wood chips.
Ooh.
Wood chips.
So it's a real
How is
simple
it?
little recipe.
Did you buy it during the Christmas season and then you're just hanging on to it?
They're cleaning. They're getting rid of the rest of their stock. They're not. They're not going to brew it anymore. Maybe they'll bring it back next year. They go through so many beers. They do like 32 new beers a year. That's what I have been told.
And they're all very creative beers. I've noticed ones that I've never you never expect to come across, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich beer.
Right.
Yeah. All sorts of.
Peach cobbler. I have a peach habanero one downstairs and
nice.
a peach cobbler, neither of which I've tried. But this one, they do a lot of lactose ones, and their base for that beer is a sour. It's a sour of theirs. Their Berliner sour, which is like a plummy kind of sour beer, and they that's their base for most of these recipes. So this has a very creamy thing to it, but it still has a little bit of the sour base. And it's really good. It's like drinking like a hard eggnog that has that little bit of, not like a pure eggnog.
If you were to pour it into a liquid glass, what color would it appear?
Well, a liquid glass wouldn't hold it.
Or I
Made out of liquid?
Yeah, a glass container is. Yeah, I should say.
So I think it's lighter colored. I can see it in the rim here. It's kind of like coconut juice color.
Our past guest and current listener, Copland Navi, is in the chat room saying that he's having trouble finding the live stream. I wonder what
on the
it should
YouTube.
be.
Well, we'll see if producer Sam can point him towards it. We'll maybe move forward with our any returner reports. Guys, you watch any of the stuff we recommended? Listen to any of it? Anything there? David.
I have a return and report from my aunt, who is one of our listeners, one of our most loyal listeners. I think she's given us feedback a few times.
Aunt Diane.
Aunt Diane. Mm-hmm. She's finished watching Endeavor, the murder mystery detective series that takes place in Oxford, England, and I recommended that show a few months back, maybe, and it's one that I just love a lot, and she and my uncle enjoyed it as well. I've been preparing another eventual murder detective series for an art section. It's not going to be this week, but maybe by next week I will have finished watching.
You'll have fully constructed your plan.
Yeah,
your plot.
And now it feels like all detective murder mysteries are going to be compared. They're all going to be compared to the last one I talked about. So get ready for me to next week to compare Endeavor, an excellent series, to the next one I'll be talking about, and it's all going to be important. That context is important.
Well, I can't wait. Lindsey, anything there that you've
I finished
consumed?
I finished watching Murder Among the Mormons, which we spoke about last week. I finished it on Thursday.
You had one last episode to watch.
One last episode.
Okay.
Great episode. Scary episode. So many feelings about it. I mean, it was after they caught the person perpetrating the bombings. They have this whole interview with that person. I don't want to spoil who it is, even though it's historical. But they have this whole court interview with that person, and it's crazy. Just the reasoning and the lack of sorrow for what they had done. So, yeah, that was really interesting.
Well, I also finished that series, so we probably have all watched it, and we could all spend a little more time. Yeah,
but I haven't. But
you haven't.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
not going to spoil it. Don't do it.
I'll eventually watch it. I do know something about the history. Part of it was I listened to Doug Fabrizio interview the creators, the two directors, Jared Hess and Tyler Measom. And that was on KUER's Radio West. Doug Fabrizio, of course.
Great show.
Great show. I mean, we all stan Doug Fabrizio. Mm-hmm. I think. I mean, unless I'm. I am looking forward to it. But I do feel it's like one of those subjects where I've seen I've seen documentaries made about it before, and I've listened to a lot of podcasts about it, and I'm not. None of it would come as a surprise to me. But I hear it's fun the way that they've hired actors to play to recreate the history, and I think it's anyone who's a Salt Lake City enthusiast who wants to know more about the history. Should know about Murder Among the Mormons.
You heard it here, not first, but maybe like fourth,
10th.
So I've got nothing on that front. So why don't we hop into the puzzle then?
Okay.
Let's
do it.
So psych, it's not this one, of course. We're doing today's.
Yeah, the Thursday.
Yeah.
Unless we want to do someone's birthday from 1995 or something like that.
No, let's do today's.
Okay. Thursday, March 11th by Leslie Rogers.
Yeah, Leslie Rogers and edited by Will Shorts.
Yep. And David, I hopped right in. So
yeah, you did. And I'm in it as well. I think we're right around the same time, 7-8 seconds in. the puzzle, it looks to be unusual for a lot of puzzles which run kind of diagonally reflected, inversely reflected across an axis. This is a symmetrical reflection like
Down the middle, yeah.
Down the middle. So it's
A
pretty
little
good.
Rorschach looking kind of.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. If that's the case, then each of us would reveal something about ourselves if we were to say what this looks like.
I see a wishbone in there.
Oh, a wishbone.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice.
I see that.
Okay. I see Kenny from South Park.
Kenny. Oh no, they killed him. I heard.
Yeah.
I see a teddy bear with
That's
whiskers.
cute.
You know.
Yeah.
Same figure kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think I get why you said Kenny, but
So okay, well let's just jump into it. We should note there are three answers that span the whole puzzle.
okay,
Ooh.
yeah, 17 across, 39, 29 across, and 54 across.
And that's unusual too, in that you usually see something with a diagonal inverse symmetry or whatever. You will see everything's even. It's it's not even like the middle, right? Yeah.
To it, yeah.
Sometimes if you see three, usually one of them would run across the middle because the other two have to be equally spaced from the middle. But that's not the case here. This is
the next
convention breaking.
The next long one is only 13 squares long, and that's 60 across. That could potentially be another connected one.
Should we jump to it?
Jump to 60
You want
across.
to hop to it?
Wow, that's a little crazy. Why don't we jump to 17 and then 29 and then 54 and then 60?
See.
These
See if we
long
can
ones
figure it
first.
out.
So there are 15 letters long, all of them, because it's the whole length or width of the grid. So 17 across. What's that clue?
1940 Arthur Koestler novel set during the Moscow trials. Kostler?
Kessler?
Kessler?
Koestler?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what that novel might be. Set during the Moscow trials. No,
I don't even know the Moscow trials. So
okay, then on to 29 across, the 15 letters long.
yep. Short stubble.
No.
Could it be 4 o'clock shadow? 5 o'clock shadow? Is that what it is?
5
5
o'clock shadow. I don't know if it fits there.
FIVEOCLOCK shadow. Yeah, that
5
how would-
O
I wonder if it's one of those ones where we find that we have, you know what I mean?
5
Erebus.
LOCKSHAD. Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, it's
Well,
something
nothing
that's
there.
the right idea.
Yeah.
Short stubble. What then 54 across again?
15 letters.
Burn the midnight oil.
The clue there, work very
Work
late.
very late.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
okay,
Burn
it's okay.
the midnight oil is too long.
Mm-hmm,
But
Work very late. Burn the midnight oil. Okay, now 60 across.
60
so far,
across.
none of these seem themed. Oh, but you highlight in the app and look.
Oh.
it highlights all three of those long ones.
Okay, so you had a good sense for us to jump at 60 across.
I think we're onto something because the clue to this one is observe daylight saving time in a way, as in
Okay.
1729 and 54 across, and both of
54
those things.
across.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's also a pun of some kind or another way to
Observe
look
daylight,
at
right.
it.
So
But that each of those would have the like 5 o'clock or
Right.
midnight.
yeah,
Yeah.
5 o'clock shadow for
I
the
think we're dealing with rebuses here.
burning the midnight oil. Yeah, and then what would the 17 across 1940? So it's like some sort of time term,
Yeah.
the 11th hour or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's since we don't know any of those,
No, we don't. No.
let's
Should we
jump
go
to just one
our
across.
typical
Yeah,
one across.
one across.
Okay,
Yeah.
4 letters long.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle is like a loud ruckus or noise or
Yeah, it's
almost
like a disturbance.
or some sort of to do among people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
so
tiff.
Tiff could be. Should we
Maybe.
look at 1 and 2 down to see what it looks like? Those are just 3 letters long.
Yeah, one down. Something lacking staying power. Something ephemeral. Something.
Fugazis or something, or no, that's
It's
something
it's,
ephemeral, something
yeah.
flighty.
Okay. Okay,
Two
well,
down.
T blank blank maybe.
Maybe.
It's a toy. What's something that leaves? I don't know. Rather than stays. 2 down, 3 blanks. Maybe I blank blank.
That clue is the Bulldogs of the NCAA. The Bulldogs. Anyone?
I think Yale is Bulldogs, but obviously that's not the right size.
Would it be an abbreviated answer because NCAA?
I think so. Like
yeah.
Like
so
could
you abbreviate
UNC, like a university
Yeah.
of some kind? So now it seems like maybe a U, unless
yeah.
it
Maybe.
TIFF had an I. It could be an I.
Well,
What about 14 across? We haven't looked at that, right?
yeah, 4 blanks there. Contents of un rio.
Oh, it's a different language, a little bit of English and a different
rio
language. Timber
Agua.
Thrax says gold, of course, but un
Gold!
rio is Spanish for a river,
Yeah.
and that would be a river of water, unless it's a river of gold.
Yeah, it could be, but oro, gold is
Would not fit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't fit 3 letters,
Yeah.
not enough letters. So agua sounds good to me because I like to drink it.
Mm-hmm. So then 2 down again, blank G blank is the university, maybe the Bulldogs of the NCAA. University UGA, University of Georgia.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Maybe. Well, let's do 3 down or revisit 1 down, blank A blank for the something lacking staying power. A hat. Man.
Okay, what about 4 down? We know agua is, we can do 3 and 4 down, but 4 shorter. Let's see if
Yeah.
it's an easy, a blank A, blank blank.
Drink served hot or cold.
Okay, we can do this. I mean,
So many.
I drink
Yeah.
Latte.
We like drinking.
Yeah,
Oh, mate, yeah.
mate. Okay.
Okay, so back to 1 across, blank U, blank M. Kerfuffle. What could come between U and M? R? That's kind of weird.
I'm not sure. Maybe I'm mate.
Maybe mate is not right.
Is mate
It is that.
MATTE? It's not. Oh, that's Matt.
No, that's
like
Matt.
A paint. Okay. So, because it also looks like mate to me, like
Yeah.
like what an
It
Australian
could be so
is.
many things. So many
Well,
things are
let's-
served hot and cold.
Let's do 3 across.
Or
3 down, 3 down.
perhaps. That blank U, blank blank, blank blank, blank blank.
The clue is added assessments.
So that could be like a noun, added assessment. So added
It could
being
be, and
the
then it would be plural,
right.
or it could be the verb idea,
I did, yeah. I added assessments,
and then it would have an ed at the end, probably.
yeah, maybe. Well, 20 across. If
20,
mate is right.
Where else could we go? Yeah, let's see. Blank blank, blank blank blank, or maybe it's blank E and 3 blanks.
The clue is signs of something moving? Question mark. Semis? Like a semi truck? But most people call a moving
signs
truck a
of
moving
something-
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a van or something.
Tears.
Signs. What'd you say?
Tears.
Signs of something moving. Oh, like a movie, like a moving
Oh.
story.
Yeah,
Tears.
moved you to tears.
And then that mate looks pretty good.
It's looking good.
Right.
Mabes.
18.
18.
18 down.
Mm-hmm.
Blank A, blank blank blank.
Woman's name that's also a city in France. Paris?
There you go.
yeah.
That's
Paris Hilton.
Paris, France. And
Paris,
both-
France.
There you go.
Checks out. 24 across, R blank blank.
That clue. Big public radio letters after W.
WNYC.
WR.
I was going to say WNYC. I think.
yeah.
What now? Maybe Paris. It might not be Paris because there's other cities that and there's other
And
ladies
other women.
named other names. So should we consider NYC? NYC is the other one, right?
Yeah.
Or QED, Panis. Timberthrax online says Panis. I don't know about that.
Mm.
To be
I've
clear, Panis LOL.
It is a
Panis,
joke.
France.
Well, it does seem.
I'm going to Panis.
It's hard to know if you've never been to every single city in France. Then
You haven't?
can't know that if you haven't been to every single one. You never know if there's one out there that's called Panis that you're not aware of.
Yep.
You have to go to them all.
Go to the Panises.
So
Five down?
okay. What about 5 down? We like tiers, still, right?
Yeah, I like tears.
So
I mean,
let's see about 5 down. Blank, blank, blank.
Tears of
R
joy?
blank, blank. Oh dear.
Or Y blank, if NYC is right.
Yes.
Crow native to the Midwest. Scarecrow?
I think it's like the Native American crow.
Native tribe?
Cheryl Crow.
Cheryl.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, doesn't it seem like the
It could be
crow tribe?
it could be Cheryl.
It could be.
Yeah,
Should we?
Isn't crow the Native American spelled differently? That CR.
Oh, it's CROE.
EW or something like
Sure.
that. Or
Let's see if it's Cheryl, and then 5 across might be C, and then 4 blanks.
Yeah.
Or S. Sorry, Cheryl with an S. Sorry, our Timberthrax in the comments spelled it wrong, according to you, Dan.
Yeah, that's his Panis problem.
Yeah.
5 across, then S followed by 4 blanks, maybe.
The clue is intentionally hurt.
15 across, H blank 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 blank.
The clue is shelter.
Like harbor. Shame intentionally hurts. Timberthrax says, yeah. Maybe.
Could we try 6 down?
I think so. Yeah, we got blank blank blank
Totally.
SC blank blank blank.
The clue is smartphone alternative to a fingerprint scan, which is the facial
Facial
recognition.
ID.
Or iris scan maybe.
Something scans. Well, it's got to be if SC is right, and then it's like. Well, no, it's not going to have scan because we've got alternative to a fingerprint scan.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's facial ID, and we're wrong about tiers in NYC.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's look. Yeah, and Cheryl, because SF is weird for 5 across. Timberthrax Joe in the thread says house for shelter, like house, like the verb to house someone.
Yeah, or a shelter is a house, the noun. But, let's try like 34 across and see if facial ID is right.
Things. Yeah.
34 across.
I blank blank there is randomizer. Sorry, there is 34 across.
Randomizer.
And it's not an abbreviation, so it's one word that is 3
die?
letters long. A die.
Like a die?
Yeah, a die.
Well, 30.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Please.
In 29 across, if we're right about 5 o'clock shadow, the L does fit there.
5 o'clock.
So 5 o'clock, it gets us to that point.
Oh,
Yeah.
but then shadow is going to be what doesn't like.
Or maybe it'll be like shad.
Oh.
And then it'll take over like on the next line or something. It'll use the first couple of letters maybe. 29
Why
across.
don't we put in 5-0 right until the L, and then that will help us with 5 down and 18 down and.
Yeah, because it's going to be losing an hour, right, or gaining an hour. Observe daylight saving. What is it? Losing an hour? If you observe daylight savings time, it depends on which.
Yeah. Okay. So you could lose one hour. Well, go back to 60 across. Observe daylight saving time in a way. Lose an hour. Gain. Gain an hour.
Yeah, those don't really fit. But maybe that concept, at least the concept of losing an hour, is going to play into these these phrases as we're solving. Like the hour is going to be lost from the phrase or something. I don't know.
Right. So, so do you think this is going to be burn the midnight?
Yeah, burn the midnight.
Something like that.
Oil, and then oil, is it?
Right, but it don't fit.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. all I could tell for sure is
Why don't
5
we-
o'clock worked up to the L.
Let's put these in and just kind of like do some of the crosses,
can-
the
yeah,
downs,
yeah.
and see if it gives it
Yeah.
works at all.
It's nice
Should we
to have
try
some-
18 down now and see what we think there?
Oh, sure.
Where
Yeah.
is that?
Woman's
Down here.
name.
Blank, so we have blank
So Paris wouldn't
A-N-O.
work.
Yeah, no
Sorry.
Paris.
Blank A-N-O blank. Oh, this is this woman's name. Right. Well, we didn't like. I don't think we liked Paris.
I loved
It's
Paris.
a perfect solution. It seems like it could be a lot of different.
Let's do like 31 down. Oh, blank blank. If 5 o'clock shadows,
blank,
right?
Blank. Okay, that clue is org in Showtime's Homeland.
Isn't
That's
that the CIA?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, there's probably different organizations, but that's the primary organization.
So it could be if you're missing an O, if you're HOUR or something like that, then it could still work.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So yeah, if the
Like if
the letter O
the
is
clock, if you took the
removed from this one,
zero out, yeah.
yeah,
Randomizer.
die
I-
seems perfect for that
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, somebody comments Face ID. Isn't it Face ID?
Yeah. Face ID, but maybe the generic idea would be facial ID. But Face ID is what Apple calls their product.
So
Die. So let's look at 8 down and see what we got, because we like the E. Let's see how the K from clock is there. We got 5 blanks. KE blank.
biscuit relatives. Biscuit relatives. Some kind of cookies.
Yeah.
Some kind of
Biscuit
or a
relic.
biscuit, like an American biscuit, like some kind of bread, cornbread.
Scone. Oh, cornbread. Cornbread doesn't fit. But something like that.
English muffin or like a biscuit relatives. Probably gonna end with an S, maybe. Let's see if 37 across
Okay, yeah.
is
Blank
right.
blank AS blank.
What might come with a flat fee? A lease?
Yeah,
Lease. Flappy. Okay.
I like it.
So now, yeah, we got
So let's 38 down and see if, or 37 down, either one of them. 37 down is L blank blank H if the H in burn the midnight oil is in the right place.
It does.
The clue. Yeah, actress Ramini. So isn't that Leah?
Leah.
Leah Remini, a hero. She is, I think.
She's a hero. She's in Heroes, that show Heroes.
No, in real life, outside of her career as an actress, which it's hard to, I guess, extract her from that, but she's a hero for voicing out against Scientology and the abuse that comes from that organization.
Oh, that's right. That's who Leah Ramini is.
Allegedly. No, it happened.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Okay, well, 38 down.
E blank blank D.
D.
Yeah.
The clue is conditional keyword for a programmer.
Help us out, Sam.
A conditional
keyword.
else.
Else, yeah, not so.
So we don't like the D of midnight with that else. And so burn the something oil. Oil might still there we go. Joe Trevino matching else
Yep.
in agreement.
Okay, well, let's jump over and see if the B from burn is right. 44 down crosses
Okay.
blank
B blank.
The clue is fin. With one
Fin.
N.
F-I-N. So that's like a fin, like a fish has a fin. Or no, that's
or like the end
yeah.
of a movie in French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a play or a fin. Yeah, I like how Lindsey read it because it kind of let you read it as a dolphin fin or the end of a movie.
Okay, how about 41 down with the blank blank T?
41 down with a blank blank T.
The clue is trauma professional for short.
That's EMT. Good
EMT
stuff.
it is, yeah.
Oh, now we can play the true clue game. First opportunity so far today, 40 across, without looking at the clue, blank EE.
If you haven't played the game, we're going to come up with answers We're going to come up with answers in our heads and then tell each other a clue for that answer that we came up with in our heads. So blank EE could be
Yeah, lots of different things.
Type of shirt.
T. Word uttered by the last little piggy.
Wee.
Timberthrax in the chat room says, "Pull over. I have to blank."
C.
Yeah, you got to see.
I have
all
to
the
see the
sights.
sights.
Yeah, I can't see.
Family show, Timberthrax.
Joe in the chat room says, "Clue is spicy sky raisins to dogs."
B.
B.
A sky raisin. Spicy indeed. I want to know about your dogs that try to eat bees. That's interesting, Joe. So anyone else? Anything else? David?
Yeah, I got something.
Okay.
General blank. A car from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Lee.
Nice. True clue time for 40 across. Blank EE. Symbol for a time out. V.
Oh, T.
T.
That's right. Lindsey was making the gesture.
So that's a point for me. Just one
Just for
point.
So does that make you want to see 30 down now?
Totes.
Like E blank blank T. See if we can connect these long ones.
Disregard. Omit.
Disregard.
Okay.
Well, then 5
It
has
doesn't have to be
taken
disregard.
out.
It doesn't have to be. It could be edit.
Edit. Disregard.
Could be emit. It could be.
Well, let's confirm the I of any of those by looking at 36 across.
Okay, 36 across. Blank, blank, blank. Maybe I.
The clue is South Asian living abroad.
Tie.
Tie.
Yeah, I don't know. 22 down. Should we see if 5 o'clock is
Sure.
Right. Blank F blank blank.
The clue is like most books offered on abebooks.com. abebooks.com for all your book needs.
Books
like-
about like Abraham Lincoln. Books for $5.
Don't know. Well, 23 down, maybe blank I blank blank.
The clue is function yielding 0 when applied to pi.
And they got the pi symbol in there and everything.
Oh, fun.
Could that be a sign function?
Sign?
SINE?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's true. I couldn't
Sure.
confirm the fact.
It's a math thing.
22 across and see if that connects well with sign, huh?
Yeah, blank S blank.
The clue is Olympic women's gymnastics powerhouse. USA. Just kidding. We shouldn't hype up USA gymnastics right now.
No.
Hype down.
Trouble
Hype
in
down
that
now.
department. Yeah.
Okay, well then, if that's all looking good, the sign works with USA, then 22 down again is like most books offered on abebooks.com. UF blank blank.
It seems like used would be the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe not 5 o'clock shadow, unless we have some wrapping around from.
So we have SI.
Yeah.
6 o'clock shadow. Maybe it's just one letter.
Six,
moved an hour.
David.
Gotta do the math a little bit, I guess.
Oh, clock.
But shadow, does it fit?
Shadow. Now it fits.
Oh, that's fun.
Real nice. I like that.
Lose an hour.
So would it then be
Gain an hour.
So if this is
burn the one
midnight,
oil?
burn the 1 a.m. oil. Does that fit? The 1 a.m. oil.
It does. That's
Wow.
fun.
Okay, so then the
I
thing up
enjoy
here
this.
is going to be a book with a novel that has a time in it
Yeah.
from the
At the
during
wrong
the
time.
Moscow trials. Okay. Well, where to?
Well, should we work with something we've just gained, like the X in 3 down?
Yeah, we've seen that,
Sure.
I think, before. Blank U, blank, blank, AX, blank, blank.
Added assessments.
Well, if it's a plural thing, it could, well, so again, it could still either be ED or end in an ES. So either way, we're likely to have an E here.
Mm-hmm.
So 33 across, ENE, blank, blank.
The clue is any ghost to Pac-Man.
Enemy.
Enemy.
Oh, yeah.
You watch out.
So 36 across, DE, blank, blank. Could be DES blank or DED blank.
That's
Maybe.
that one. South Asian,
South Asian.
living abroad.
It's
Desi?
DE blank I. Yeah.
Should we try 30 down? Oh, 30
Oh,
down
yeah.
is omit.
Yeah, omit really does
Yeah.
fit. So what about 18 down now that we have blank, 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 CY, but for the French city, right?
Woman's name that's also a city in France. Tracy, Stacy,
Darcy.
Mm.
I think, isn't that a place?
Darcy.
Maybe not.
Could be. Let's go back to 24 across. We already saw that. That was the big public radio letters after W.
Oh.
Now we're back to 3 blanks.
Could be
So it could
NYC
still be
again.
NYC. It could be Nancy, maybe,
Oh,
right?
I think that's, I think because I'm looking now at,
And Cheryl could be right again.
Cheryl can be right again. And then 6 down, smartphone alternative to a fingerprint scan. We forgot it could just be
Passcode.
passcode. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be the alternative.
Yep.
That's,
And Tears
that's-
was right.
yeah.
Forgot about those passcodes.
Yeah,
So
well, I
3
don't
down
have to
now.
do 'em
We've
all the time
definitely
still
got
with
the
my mask
T.
Oh, that's true.
Blank U blank for 3 down. TAXE blank. Added assessments.
Something taxes.
Sub taxes.
Surtaxes.
Sure taxes.
Taxes. So Desi. We'll have to look that up. South Asian living abroad. Desi. Okay, so 17 across. We've got a little more now that could help us. Blank ARTNES and then 8 blanks.
But
The
what if
1940
UGA?
Arthur Koestler novel.
Yeah.
What if UGA is
that's
wrong?
Great.
Because the SM in 1 across.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
True
right
that.
either.
Oh yeah,
The clue for 1
kerfuffle,
across. Yeah.
blank blank SM. Kerfuffle. Spasm. Ooh. Yeah, so maybe mate is wrong. And what else could could be served hot or cold?
Well, let's move on. I guess Joe says darkness something something may not be right. Darkness something something.
For 17 across.
Coke. Ooh, yuck. Hot
okay.
Coke. No, maybe he didn't see the clue. It's drink served hot or cold. That's the.
Nobody's drinking hot Coke.
No, maybe someone is.
You never cracked open a hot Coke?
I
On a
mean,
cold day.
on a cold day. Yeah.
Well, okay. We have what we like over at 50 or sorry 5 across and 15 across. It might be interesting to see with passcode now and Cheryl. How does that all pan out?
Spurn.
So, SP blank 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 spurn. That's to intentionally hurt. I hope we're not doing that to each other. Everyone.
Yeah. Anyone.
No one.
None.
Everyone should not be doing that.
15 across. HA blank blank blank.
That's shelter again.
I think
Shelter.
it might be harbor, like you had said earlier.
Well, that
Well,
Oh, wait.
doesn't
Sorry.
fit.
It doesn't fit.
Have 7 down. U blank blank. Hospital administrations. but hospital's abbreviated. You.
So I should mention Joe in the comments. He corrected. He added that he's talking about 17 across with darkness. He thinks it's darkness.
Yeah, it could be darkness in the title.
The 1940 Arthur.
Darkness comes
Kessler
at
novel.
midnight.
Darkness
or
comes
something.
at okay. Darkness comes. There's not a lot of room for anything.
No, yeah, I was just pulling that out of my mouth.
So now we have U blank S for the hospital administrations
Yeah.
abbreviated.
So let's 1 and 2 down again because now we've got those filled in.
Okay,
Blank AD.
AD, yeah.
Something lacking staying power.
Fad.
In blank GA, probably UGA. And sake.
Oh.
Fuss.
Okay, you can drink sake hot or cold.
Hot
Love
or
that.
cold.
And I've had it.
How do you guys take
both.
your sake?
I've had it both in the last month.
Either way.
Yeah, really either way, yeah. It's kind of like my grape nuts. I'll do it hot or cold.
Or how I'll take my sake nuts.
But yeah.
Hot or cold.
I thought you were going to take your sake nuts.
That's too crazy.
Okay, well,
Okay.
let's move on then. We have 8 and 9 down, and I think we've looked at 8 down already, but we feel pretty good.
Biscuit relatives. Now we've got R, 5 blanks. Or 4 blanks, and then KES. Biscuit relatives.
Yeah, 8 down.
Something cakes.
Oh, I like that. Rye cakes?
Rye cakes.
I've never heard of a rye cake, but that fits in the. I don't. Rum cake.
How about 9
Rum
down
cake.
then? Oh, rum cake?
Is
that
that
a
a thing?
biscuit relative?
No. Let's. You like 9 down? N blank 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 S.
The clue?
Types in.
It's like enters.
Enters.
Spite.
Could Spurn be
To
wrong?
spite someone? Can you spite them?
Spite. Yeah.
Well, let's not do that either.
Enters.
8 down.
Yeah.
Tea cakes.
Neither. No.
Tea cakes.
Tea cakes. Yes. Patty cakes.
Baker's man.
Yeah.
Haven.
Hospital-
That's a safe haven.
Oh, yeah.
15
yeah.
across shelter.
Shelter haven. So IVs is the hospital administrations.
Okay.
IVs.
You administer stuff through an IV.
Got it. Yeah, drugs. Okay. True clue with 25 across.
25
AR
across.
blank.
Oh, AR blank.
Rainbow is one.
Oh, it's an arc. I was going to say Noah's conveyance.
Arc.
Arc with a K.
Timberthrax on the chat says, "What does a pirate say?"
R.
Oh, does that take away from yours, Lindsay?
It does not. This is a dumb clue, but museums are full of it.
Art.
Just our art section.
Just
is
like
full
our
of
art
it.
section is
Yeah,
full
art
of it.
section is just like a museum when I think about it like that.
Yeah. 25 across. True clue. Word with fine or found.
Ooh, Lindsay gets a point.
Art. Found art.
It's art.
Fine art. Yeah. Fine art.
That's the art of the true clue.
Now,
You should write a
on
book.
to 19 down. Is that right? We're gonna
You should
get a
ghost write a book.
If we look
That's a
at
great idea.
if we get 19 down, we're going to feel pretty confident solving 17 across. I think we're getting close to that numerical solution. So 19 is blank blank th blank.
Go on, Lindsay.
The clue is in quotations, percentage sign, dollar sign, pound sign, aka the hashtag sign, and in quotations, at sign, pound sign, ampersand, exclamation point, end quotations.
That's one way you could say that.
Or you could also say something else, Daniel. Do you have another way of pronouncing that?
Sure. You could say,
How would
Oh,
like
I missed
Yosemite
the
Sam?
asterisk.
How would Yosemite
And-
Sam? Oh, that's a beep.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say something more like. I don't know. How does Yosemite Sam?
So
Like
so
the guy on On the Christmas Story with the kid, you'll shoot your eye out. The way that
Yeah.
he swears is always like,
Yeah, just
Oh, the
jumbled
dad. That's how the
nonsense.
dad does.
Yeah.
But then when
Yeah.
the son swears,
He didn't say
it's
fudge. Yeah, fudge and fudge is what it says. It's just swear words expurgated. Okay.
so.
Stack.
I get that. That Timberthrax comment is a
Inside joke.
deep cut.
well, no, it's a reference to Reggie Watts. Reggie Watts.
Oh.
Reggie
Yeah,
Watts.
Reggie Watts.
Yeah.
Okay.
His fuck shit stack.
Oh, that's right. I know about that. Okay, so
Okay, so the answer, does anyone else have it?
blank blank th blank. Are you putting in oaths?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sworn oaths. All right, well 21 across looks
No, it
Gettable.
does look interesting, but we are also pretty close to 17 across. Since we have 1 a.m. already, I think this is 1 p.m.
that's
'Cause
good.
I think
That's good.
darkness at noon is what the original title must have been.
Darkness at noon, darkness at 1 p.m. Okay. Discontinue is the clue for 21 across. CEA blank blank.
So that is
That's
cease.
cease.
Yeah.
10 down.
Mm-hmm. The clue is it's blank blank NS, and the clue is accepts accountability for. Owns.
Owns.
Own it.
Owns Wilson.
Nice. Throwback. Where to? 11 down? Do we like it? Do we?
Yeah. It's long, but it's got 3 letters.
Yeah, blank blank EE blank D blank blank.
This one's great. The clue is long-haired herder. Sheepdog.
Oh, nice. Love
And those are nice dogs too.
bird.
Sheepdogs are real
Sweet,
nice. Real nice.
smart.
Mm-hmm. Balramu.
Should we do 10 across? OS blank blank.
OS blank blank 10 across is org with lots of inspectors. And it's org abbreviated for organization.
OSHA. OSHA. Yeah. Okay, well, let's true clue it up in the top right corner.
12 down is H blank P for the true clue game.
Could be trendy.
Wow. Hip.
Yeah, nice. It could be blank on pop Dr. Seuss book.
Hop.
Oh, David, those are canceled.
Wait, that one got canceled?
Don't you-
All of them?
No,
can't talk about-
only
okay.
6 of them.
Not if you watch Fox News or go to Congress. Hop on pop.
The hop on pop, that's the answer.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. And anything else?
I don't think that there's another way this could go.
Type of cat.
Like a hep cat with an E?
Yeah. Yeah. True clue time.
true
H
clue
blank
time for-
P.
In yoga, one point of a triangle formed in triangle pose.
That's a point for me, just one,
Yeah,
because that's a hip.
hip cat.
Okay, so now we got two true clues.
Right, because we have 13 down, A blank M, which crosses with 16 across, WHI blank. So
Could be 16 across, could be machine noise.
And then that
Yeah.
means that the answer for 13 down would be arm somehow. Did you have a clue for that one? A true clue guess?
No, I wasn't gonna hog them all.
Oh,
You know,
good.
I wanted to leave the gimmies to,
Director,
using-
how about it could be Director Stillman. I think his
I don't
name
know that.
is Wit. WHIT.
I was thinking of 13 down. I thought you were doing a 13 down. Wit.
Oh, I'm sorry for
Okay.
16 across.
Nice. No, that works. And then 13 down could be place for bills.
ATM.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Or it could be like Bill's place. That's
ATM,
better.
yeah.
That's
And then
better.
that's the only thing I can think of that would go out of the two we gave. I can't think of
Armor.
anything else that would be a solution for both crossing
Yeah, you're right.
Answers.
Well, true clue. 13 down. A blank M. In yoga.
yoga.
Once.
One side of a triangle formed in triangle pose.
Yeah, that's an arm. And
Okay.
16 across is were.
Well done.
Yeah, just like Danielle suggested.
Noise from a fan.
Oh,
That's
wow.
2 points.
That's like 2 points.
Machine noise.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
For
what,
our
20
for our ASMR interested listeners out there, let's just turn a fan on.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to share a link to that one brief moment on this episode.
Yep.
It's 27 or 26 across. Looks interesting. It's just
Yeah.
a short one. That P blank blank.
The clue is soup served with chopsticks.
Timberthrax
Pho.
knows.
Got it.
Pho. PHO. Vietnamese bowl of soup. It's nice with nice broth, nice noodles.
So good.
Assorted
Some people
veggies
probably
and proteins.
look at it and just think faux when they see it written.
Think
If you don't
and
eat
say.
it a lot.
They think it and they say it.
Some people say it. Some people think it and say it. Some people say it right.
Some people think it and then they process and remember, oh yeah, that's right, because there's the pho king of Draper or something like that, and there's a whole joke there.
Vietnamese, the pho king Vietnamese cuisine type restaurant.
Yeah, someone who's really good at making it is a king of it.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we do 35 across? SLO blank blank.
I think so. Yeah, we should.
The clue is jacked. And I see Timberthrax over there with the swole, which
Yeah, so swole seems right, but the L is that an errant L there?
That's a vestigial L, I think.
From a before time.
Yeah, jacked.
So
swole.
swole from Timberthrax in the chat room. That seems right. It was with
Right.
he spelled it with an E at the end.
SWOLE.
Excuse me. Yeah. And
Yeah,
and the clue there, I think they put it in quotes. Jacked is in quotes
Right.
to tell us that it's like different than just the word. Maybe it's too slangy for them to not put it in quotes.
Right.
Jacked.
That seems right.
And so it tells you this is not a normal usage or something. And so then swole, not a normal usage. True clue.
Should we look at 20? Oh, true clue for what, 27 and 28 down?
Mm-hmm. So HOL blank for 27 down.
Courtney Cox headlined this band.
Hole. Nice one.
Yeah. It could be blank gram.
Hollow.
Oh, nice. Okay. It could be blank my beer.
Hold my beer.
Hold. Nice. Okay. GME is a clue by Timberthrax for the true clue.
Hold. It's a meme thing, but they spell it HODL, so it can't be that. I mean, it almost could be that, but then.
Okay, well, the true clue is for 27 down. Weakness in an argument. That's all. Good job, Linz.
That's a hole.
Okay.
Dear Liza.
28 down. OWE blank. True clue.
Could be man who talks like this. Who talks like, wow.
There's
Owen.
That was not good, but fun to do.
What a hurt child says.
Owie.
Owie.
With a double E.
How'd you spell
or a
that?
Y, I guess.
2 E's? A Y?
Yeah.
I would think it would be OWIE.
Could be.
But that doesn't work with swole.
No. Brah. It could be was in debt.
Ode Wilson.
Ode Wilson.
Ode on a Grecian urn is if you owed money on an urn that you'd hired.
I've been collecting them. I thought I was building my poetry collection by collecting all these urns, but alas.
Well,
okay. True clue. Overdue.
Ode.
It
is ode.
Now the true clue game again for 39 across.
Blank GED. How some wines are labeled.
Aged.
Maybe. Or preferred. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Okay, that seems like the
Yeah.
only thing it could be. I have no other ideas.
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
True clue is
Yep.
barrel blank.
Yeah, barrel
Aged.
Barrel aged.
32 down. True clue. AWA blank.
Luggage company with a social media scandal last year.
Is that a way?
Away.
On the same topic, Enya song, Sail Blank.
Away.
Sail
Yeah.
away, sail away.
It could be where there's a will, there's
Away.
yeah.
It's two
All
separate
right.
words.
True clue is not around.
Oh,
They're away.
nice. We all liked that the letter Y. We just couldn't help but choose it. It would have been hard to find another letter, I guess.
And now another true clue, 42 across.
It's like 3 true clue games in a row.
It's just it's a true clue hullabaloo.
Yeah, a fuss. So a kerfuffle. Should we do? So it's L blank Y.
Yeah.
Now I blank me down to sleep.
Lay. That's about it.
Oh, how about this? Spanish law.
Lay. Ley. Nice.
Ley. Yeah.
Timberthrax says a Hawaiian greeter, but then he wrote in that it is spelled a different way. So
Oh yeah, never mind. He said.
yeah, okay. So true clue time. It is now I blank me.
Whoa!
What?
He gets 3 points for that. It's like word for word.
She did add some extra words on at the end of the
Oh, a
quote.
few extra words.
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't
But
get it exactly.
Blanked to
the
sleep,
ellipses.
you know.
The ellipses kind of
Yeah.
equaled that in my view.
But that's the closest. That's the truest clue
Yeah.
we've ever had. Probably.
Now we have
probably.
a time. We could play a fourth true clue game here with 43 down. A blank A.
Lawyers org.
ABA.
Mm-hmm.
Famous subreddit.
AMA. Sorry. Oh boy. And I'm gonna say chicken blank king.
Allah.
True clue is got it.
Aha. I know the answer.
I got it. All right. Well, everything's looking real good with
Oh, it's
burn the
real
1M
tidy.
oil.
Our solving
Shall we
is like we're just creeping
47
down the
across?
puzzle. We should
Yeah.
just do row by row. Should we do
We've
47
got
across?
about 12, just over 12 minutes left.
Let's do it.
So
47 across. MA blank 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 SH.
scramble, mishmash.
Mad
that doesn't fit.
dash.
Mad dash. Yeah,
That's
a mega
fun.
mad
That's
dash.
a fun
A scramble. Yeah.
word. That's a fun kind of phrase in the middle of the puzzle.
Yeah. 49 down. Do blank blank.
Hit the blank.
Hit the door.
Or
Hit the
the
deck.
Hit the
Deck.
deck.
No, but that
Burn
doesn't.
the 8. I don't know.
11 p.m. oil. That doesn't
The
fit.
deck. Well, what about 46? 48 and 50 down. Let's just see what we get. DE blank 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 for 48 down.
the clue is stoops.
Stoops.
Decks.
Decks,
No.
like on your front stoops,
yeah.
your front yard.
Front
your-
stoop.
Depths.
I thought maybe it would be like the verb to like stoop down.
Yeah.
To deign.
Right, yeah.
DAIGNS. Danes.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Like she stoops to conquer. That phraseology.
A 58 across. I blank blank.
The clue is Safari Runner at times.
Oh, that's clever.
iOS.
Yeah, that's
So is it DOO blank? Could it be hit the door?
hit the door.
Hit the door.
Hit the doom.
Hit the duel.
Hit the. Okay, door. Hit the door.
Hit the door. Hit the door. 50 down. ANS blank blank blank.
Clue there. Still in stock.
On tap.
Yeah, it's like
Still in stock.
And Mad Dash is wrong. It's like
Is
something
it?
else. Mad,
Hit the floor.
Mad,
Hit the. Well, the R could be wrong. Hit the.
and the A's wrong. The A is wrong in ash.
You
So
you think that's on? What is
it's
that?
on. It's still in stock. Is like on. On side. No. What do you think?
I don't know. Let's
Unsold.
let's
UN,
see if
Mad
we can
Rush.
figure out.
Mad Rush.
Mad Rush.
And it's unsold, right? Still in
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah.
Yes, and hit the roof.
Roof.
Hit the.
At the roof.
So
Nice.
crazy. I hit the roof.
Roof is
Is
on
it?
fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got roofed.
75% complete, says the restream.
Okay, so 60 across now is our key answer.
Okay.
Blank 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 G F O blank 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 blank. Observe daylight saving time in a way as in 1729 and 54 across.
Spring forward.
Spring forward.
Spring forward. That's so good. Spring forward.
When do we spring forward?
Sunday.
Oh,
Oh, so this is it's a
Awful.
topical reference.
Yeah.
There's letting us know a few days ahead of time. That's so good. I mean, our phones
Really-
pretty much tell us what to do at this point. But
it's really doing great. Yeah, it is telling our phones
oh,
are
is
in
this
charge.
what I think it is?
What's,
my wife
what's your
is-
buzz by? Tell us about your buzz by.
Yeah, my wife has just handed me a little glass of liquid here that I can only assume is honey wine.
Mead?
Oh no, that's right. Sorry, that's not going to be ready for 4 days. This is so she's clearing out the bubbler to put in the honey wine mead, and this is what was in there before. This is dandelion wine.
Whoa.
So gathered from
Oh, that's
dandelions
fun.
gathered last April.
Nice.
Well,
April?
that's funny
Yeah.
because that connects with what my art section piece is going to be about.
Oh.
Oh wow, that is really good. It's so like herby and but sweet and it's strong. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you. My buzz is by my wife. I the most I helped was maybe gathering a few dandelions.
That's important work. And I helped.
Yeah, that was Lucia. She did gather most of the dandelions.
The dandelions. And she doesn't get to enjoy the
Well, we
result.
gathered a bunch, and then when she actually made, she looked into a whole bunch of recipes, things you can do with dandelions. I think she made some dandelion like ice cream or something like that.
So it's the leaf that you're consuming, not the
No,
flower.
it's the flower. You can make
Wow.
it with the heads, and
Wow.
this wine is mostly from the flowers, I believe.
Okay.
I have to ask Stacy.
Well,
All right, well, we've burned
great.
away. We've got 7 minutes left.
Yeah. Where should
Guys,
we go?
we gotta burn the 1 a.m. oil.
Yeah, 1 oil.
Where to?
Lindsay, what do you think?
44 down.
Yeah, blank,
Blank
you.
B
44 down. Blank B blank. That's
Yeah.
right.
Finn.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
know. 45 down. Blank U, blank S, blank blank.
Dense spinning celestial body.
Quasar.
Whoa.
Damn.
QUASAR. Quasar. We're gonna have to
So
look that word.
I don't
up.
know.
That's
That could
fun.
be. I don't know if that's right for sure, but fits. 44
Okay.
across then. Blank,
blank
Q,
Q
blank.
The clue is abbreviation in many urban address.
Square.
Okay. Oh, that's weird with the RR for 46 down at the beginning.
Yeah.
Um.
So maybe RR blank P blank blank. It gets you close to home. Like in baseball, gets you close to home,
Triple.
or like a triple. Nice. Okay, so not.
So now it's SQT. No, it's blank QT is the space we have for the answer.
court.
To abbreviation in many.
So maybe
court.
quasars is
Oh,
wrong.
damn.
Pulsar.
Pulsar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Because it's
Should we
spinning.
try?
So now it's blank PT for the urban
Apartment,
address.
APT.
APT.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, what was that, Lindsay?
I was going to say, should we try 65 across and see?
Yeah.
But it seems with APT that Pulsar is spot on.
I went ahead
While
and
we're
just
talking,
filled in.
Daniel's just filling in the
Sorry.
answer to 57 across. The clue there
Fine.
was author Wiesel.
Yeah. Ellie Wiesel.
He
Diesel.
wrote the night that he was a concentration camp a survivor, and he wrote about the experience. And I think that his first name is Crossword Ease because ELIE is a very convenient one to have around if you're constructing.
All right, let's 55 down. Oh no, wait, here we got something that links up to
What?
6 down.
Okay, 67 across. RE blank 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 S connected to the passcode from earlier. 6 down.
Changes as a 6 down.
Resets.
Resets.
That's fun.
That's passcode. Okay. Do we have true clue time? I don't know if we do.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
We don't have time for it.
61 down. I blank E. Red state. Ire.
Like anger.
N blank T. 62 down. Quibble. Knit. Like a knit.
Yeah, that seems right.
Bookworms. NER blank S. It's got to be
Nerds.
So then 65 across got filled in. Buzz in a rocket.
Buzz Aldrin.
Aldrin. That's nice. Okay. 63 down. R blank blank.
Young one in the 100-acre wood.
Rue.
Oh, that's
the little kangaroo.
Imaginary land.
Cute.
Little
64 down. W blank blank.
The clue is, I have seen blank. I have seen blank on land and sea. I hate blank. War.
FDR. War. Yeah.
Nice.
66 across. LOA blank blank blank.
That clue is repair shop offering.
A loner.
Nice. That's rare, but okay. DOR blank 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 for 68 across.
Jack Blank, co-founder and longtime CEO of Twitter.
Dorsey. Okay, 56 down would be a true clue, but no time. 3 minutes. M blank ANS ANS, excuse me. M blank ANS.
Wherewithal.
Means. 51 down. Blank O blank REE.
The clue is evening affair. Soiree.
More French.
Très bien. 52 down. Blank I blank DRY.
That clue is put on the line.
Put on the line. Air dry.
Air dry. Nice.
Oh, that's
Okay,
fun.
we could maybe true clue. We got 2 minutes left. 59 across. EIR blank.
Isn't that like
This is another topical,
some
maybe.
clue, like the name of the green island?
Yeah. Ire.
Is that it? Is that how they spell it?
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe with a Y in there.
No, I think there's different spellings. I think maybe that's air, like Jane.
Oh, Jane, right? Like
So,
of course, like Jane.
I don't have anything else for that. So let's just check it. 59 across. Homeland of James Joyce.
Oh, that's Ireland.
Yeah. So because
in
he's
the local.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's literary, so they got to use some kind of like literary
They simply must.
reference.
So then
51
SA
across?
blank for 51 across. SA blank.
Not happy.
Oh, sad.
Anything else? Producer.
Producer Sam.
Damn noise.
Blank Paulo.
Sow.
So.
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
I don't know. I'm
True
trying to think
clue.
of something that'll fit with 53 down.
We've got 40 seconds left.
Okay.
So, SA blank. Title with a tilde.
Quick, go to 53 down.
San, maybe. So 53 down, blank LE. Noise from a fan. Oh, word.
Ole, 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 ole.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ole, 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 ole. Okay, so it was Sow. So that's the O would have a little tilde in Portuguese.
Uh-huh.
So you got a point, David.
Thank you.
Or maybe you got 2 points.
Oh, it's an
Yeah, you
honor
did say blank
to
Paolo.
be recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to thank my fans and
And the words that they make.
Yes, they word in the crowd.
My whirring fans.
I love it when clues refer to each other, like the noise from a fan one, but also the yoga clues. I think those are so fun.
Yeah.
Like the same exact clue.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. Great puzzle.
Thank you, everyone.
The shape of it was nice. The pattern, and then also the fact that it referred to an event on our schedule coming up.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that was, how this grew. If the theme was there, and then the constructor, Leslie Rogers, decided that they wanted a particular, they wanted symmetry, or maybe they had this idea of the hours first, and then they thought, okay, well, I can come up with these phrases and change the numbers. But what led to doing a symmetrical left-right symmetrical puzzle? I wonder what need or desire. Yeah.
And if you just think about these phrases that you can adjust and that they all fit within 15 letters, they're all equally 15 letters long. That just seems...
And that they're all springing forward rather than falling back.
They're all, the next hour. It would be hard to make this puzzle. You'd have to start with those kernels to build from there, right?
Yeah. From what I've seen, that's how everyone constructs a crossword.
Yeah.
Is from starting with the longest ones and then building off of there. And then you literally start with a blank thing and you put it in there, and then you put in a couple blanks. And then if you're following the standard convention, then you mirror them on the opposite side, inverted.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, now it's time for our etymological pass.
Right.
So what kinds of things I think there was Desi, South Asian living abroad. I'm going to
South Asian living
that
abroad.
one up here.
I don't know about that.
Let's Google Desi.
I think of Desi Arnaz when I see Desi, but was that with a Z?
Asian.
Desi Arnaz?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Desi Arnaz is Latino? Latinx.
Right, of course. Yeah. But it's spelled the same, or is that with a Z?
It's spelled the same.
Okay.
What nationality is Desi? Some believe that the term Desi refers exclusively to Indians and excludes other South Asians. This is from I don't know where this is from. What countries are Desi? Desi is a loose term for the cultures and products of South Asia and their diaspora, derived from the ancient Sanskrit desa or deshi, meaning land or country. Interesting.
Desi. That's interesting, yeah.
So Desi. And you look up Desi on Wikipedia and you get
it's a map.
Are the people, cultures, and products of the Indian subcontinent and their diaspora. Okay. So a South Asian living abroad is Desi. Great.
And if we're tracking the etymology of the word, if you go back there, it's in Wikipedia. It's fun to look at the etymology, even if it's not in English, But Desi is borrowed from Hindustani Desi, which means national, or ultimately from Sanskrit Desiya, derived from Desa, region, province, country. So it's just like the regional people. It's cool.
Okay, well, Desi.
Well, other words that we were going to look up quasar, but it wasn't even the right answer. You could look up pulsar. Maybe pulsar, we could find out about it. I mean, it lends itself to understanding the word by looking at it. It sounds like, pulsar is a star that pulses.
Ooh.
A highly magnetized, rotating, compact star, usually neutron stars, but also white dwarfs, that emit beams of electromagnetic radiation out of its magnetic poles. So that's some kind of interesting, cool pictures here. Oh,
then there's a motorcycle called a pulsar. That was really funny.
Wow, it looks so different from how I thought it would look.
Yeah, 0 images of the galaxy and all motorcycles.
Okay, so it's like it's just got these beams shining out from it in all
That's
these
cool.
little images you can see here. Okay. Do we want to know like the etymology of pulsar?
Yeah, we could.
Is
Yeah,
that
it just sounds
interesting?
like pulse.
Probably pulse.
To pulse. From look, quasars in the phrase here. So highly magnetized, rotating, compact star that emits beams of electromagnetic radiation. 1968 is when that
was used.
term,
Yeah,
from
pulse.
pulse, the form on analogy of quasar. So it's like
there was quasars first, and then they were like, oh, this one's pulsing, so it's a pulsar.
Pulsar, yeah. So they're just kind of adding their own prefix. And if you look up, then it says, when discovered in 1967 via radio telescope, they were thought perhaps to be signals from alien civilizations, and of course, right? And astronomers informally dubbed them LGM for little green men.
That is fun.
For fun, we should
They
delve
saw
down into
stars
quasar if we have it.
Yeah. So quasar, 1964, from quasi-stellar radio source.
Interesting.
Quasi plus stellar.
It's just like if made efficient by saying let's just get rid of all the middle letters. It's a quasar. That's cool. Quasi-stellar.
Is a word forming element used since 18th century, but most productively in 20th century. Kind of like, but not really, as if, expressing some resemblance but implying a degree of fictitious or unreal quality or lack some important feature. From Latin quasi, as if, as it were. Wait, why is it saying now? See, quasi. Okay, so that the adjective as if, as it were, used in introducing a proposed or possible explanation. That's not how we use it now. A Latin word used in Latin in hypothetical comparisons, as if, just as if, as though.
Quasi is a fun word because people pronounce that differently. How do you guys say quasi? Or I'm revealing my own pronunciation just by asking
that. I would say quasi.
Yeah.
But unless it's sometimes in front of a word, even if somebody were guessing, even if somebody were making like a new portmanteau, maybe it's not a portmanteau if quasi is meant to be a part of a word. But I might say quasi with a
quasi.
Yeah, as in joining it with another word.
Modo.
Yeah, Quasimodo.
The incidentally, Elliott Smith. If you look him up, I talked about him on the previous art section. He was a member of or an associated band member with a band called Quasi or Quasi. I think some people say Quasi.
Quasi? That's crazy.
Quasi. No, maybe it's Quasi. That I've heard. I'm trying to think of what I've heard, but I try to say Quasi. I think Quasi. Quasi reservoir.
Okay, well, let's move to another. Anything else?
Anything else to look up?
Yeah. Darkness. The 1940s.
Sure.
So
darkness
at noon.
Yeah,
Let's see about that.
This is a novel set during the Moscow trials, written by Arthur Kessler. Arthur.
Should we see how it's pronounced? Arthur.
Yeah.
Kessler.
Yeah.
Kessler. Yeah.
Hungarian British author. Okay.
So, it's his best known work, published in 1940, tale of Rubashov, an old Bolshevik who was arrested, imprisoned, and tried for treason against the government that he helped to create. The novel is set in 1939 during the Stalinist Great Purge and Moscow show trials.
You think
Interesting.
There was an
I
eclipse
wonder
on
if
that
there's
day or something?
Yeah. Have you guys seen the movie Death of Stalin?
No.
It's not my art piece, but I would recommend it.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it, and no, I haven't seen the whole thing. It's on my list. It's one of those ones I wanted to catch.
Yeah.
When it came out a year or so ago.
But it deals
cast.
in these times. Let's see. Was that no? It's that much after this because it's when Stalin dies and Khrushchev takes over. That must be the 50s.
Well, I mean, if it's Joseph Stalin is represented in this book, then it's during the time of at least at the end of Stalin, when the death of Stalin happened.
Yeah.
So it coincides in some ways.
Could be referring to All right, well, that's great. Anything else?
You know, I kind of want to see where
Kerfuffle.
Nancy or kerfuffle. Sure, let's look up kerfuffle.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say Nancy in France. You know.
Oh yeah, let's see where that is.
Kerfuffle is like one of those words that sounds like it sounds kind of like what you're hearing. It sounds like the noise.
Onomatopoeia. Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Row disturbance, 1970 from 1946 as kerfuffle, said to have been used 1930 in Canadian English, ultimately from Scottish kerfuffle with curfuffle.
And then that's a hyperlink to take us to that spelling.
State of being disordered or ruffled, hence agitation, perturbation. 1813, kerfuffle. First attested in Scottish writers from a verb meaning to disorder, dishevel, 1580s, of obscure origin, probably from a dialect word based on Scottish verb fuffle, to throw into disorder. The first element is perhaps as in cur splash, etc. See cur. Should we see cur, guys?
Yeah, let's see cur. It's like a little affect you can put on a verb to make it even more so, like to make it sudden or something.
Kerplunk. U.S. slang prefix by 1836 as che, 1843 as cur. Maybe it was ke, not che, like a K.
Yeah.
Possibly from an influence of German or Dutch ge, past participle prefixes, or ultimately echoic of the sound of the fall of some heavy body.
So it's echoic is what they're saying instead of onomatopoeic.
Yeah. So do we have other curs here?
That is weird. That's a funny rabbit hole to kind of find ourselves down for kerfuffle. That's fun.
What was the other thing?
Nancy, France.
Nancy,
France.
Yeah.
But it's a fun city that's name rhymes with itself, kind of. And no, not Nancy Pelosi. Siri.
Nancy, France is the capital of the northeastern French department of Meurthe-et-Moselle, and formerly the capital of the Duchy of Lorraine. Yada yada.
Lorraine,
yeah.
Nancy France makes me think of this. Well, the other parts of the puzzle. It mentioned Jack Dorsey, and he had. I imagine that his people come from or like a part of France that's called Orsi. So he's like d'Orsay or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, anything else?
Not from me.
Okay,
No.
well, perhaps it's time for our art section.
Yeah. Oh, do that again without my noise.
All right.
Are you going to have that?
These are
every
your
episode
morning
from now on?
announcements.
Yeah, every episode.
That's very pleasant.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right,
Yes.
Lindsey.
You have my art.
Indeed, I do.
Pull
have.
that up.
Oh my.
This is not a fantastic photo, but it's a photo I took myself. And this piece
nice.
is called, thank you. I appreciate that. It's actually the backdrop on my phone too, but very more close up on some of it. This piece is called 100 Live and Die, and it's by this artist, Bruce Nauman, who I enjoy so much of his work. But this was really cool. If you show the other picture, scroll over and show the other picture they have there. This is the way that it looks for most of the time. And so one piece of that is lighting up at different points and it cycles through. So I think there's 2 layers there, and some of them say like speak and die, speak and live. Anyway, it goes through
That's interesting. Yeah.
all 100 of those, and then it all lights up at one time. And I don't know. There's just he works a lot in neon, and I enjoy all of it. And it's just, I think, a little bit provocative and makes you think a little bit. And
tell me the name of the artist.
Bruce, Brucenauman. Yeah, he's an American artist. Look, there it is.
For some more work, yeah. So you saw this piece, this neon.
Yeah.
Live and die. What's something?
100 Live and Die.
100 Live and Die.
Yeah. But yeah.
read a few of those out?
Love and live, play and die. Wait, you should go through some of his other stuff, though, just so you can see.
It's almost though you should see if you can find a video of it, I guess, because it.
Yeah, I thought that I had a video, and that's what I was going to send you, but unfortunately, I did not.
Let's see. No. Okay. Should I go to YouTube and see?
Just scroll down.
Okay.
Or just do a video. Just tap on the video searches at the top of
that. You could type in 100 live and die into the search bar, and then I bet that would pull up a video of it.
100 live and die.
Art can be helpful for us to, it's hard for
there we are.
To have
That's a 4-second video.
Empathy.
4 seconds is all you need.
It's hard for us to connect with large numbers of other, huge numbers of amounts of suffering. We can kind of connect to one person's story at a time, but big numbers mess with us. But art like this can kind of remind you the effect of big numbers and of people.
Is that where it's set up like that, or must be a different?
So this is in a different place. I saw it in the MoMA in New York City, but they were doing kind of a bigger exhibition on some of his stuff, so I got to see a few more of his pieces. And then I have been fortunate enough to have seen some of his work also in the Tate Modern over in London as well. But
that's cool. I'm glad we caught the video of it.
Pleasing to the eyes with all the colors. I just enjoyed it, so I thought I'd share it.
Lovely. Well, we'll put a link to it in the show notes for the podcast. Bruce Nauman. And we'll start throwing those into, we'll start throwing some recommendations into our Twitters and our Instagrams. We'll show you some of the stuff we recommend. All right. Lindsey?
Yes?
Do you want to go next, or shall I?
That was mine.
Oh, excuse me. David?
I paid attention, Lindsey. I liked it.
Thank you.
Daniel, you could. Do you want to go next, Daniel, or do you want to go out?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So I have been painting, and I wanted to share with you guys some of the paintings that I've done. So it's kind of a new last year or so. I've started just mostly in the last 3 months. This winter, I would say I just enjoyed doing it a lot more. So here's some of my work. Obviously, listeners, you can't see it. I'll start posting some pictures of it on social media so people.
And we'll
can
try
see.
to describe it as richly as we can to the listeners.
Sure. So,
what medium are you working in, Daniel?
These are acrylics.
Acrylics, I see.
Yeah, I'm scared to try anything else because these just are just really easy to work with and clean up. But I'm curious. So let me show you. Here's a real fun piece here.
Okay, so we're looking at.
Is that your cat on your dog?
Cat on your dog, but the dog's wearing like a rug, like a carpet.
Yeah, sorry, it's still loading the resolution.
And then there's
there.
a background of stripes of red and orange and black. It's very it's very kind of aggressive colors, I'd say.
Bold colors.
Bold colors, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There it is.
The cat has kind of a lot of motion to him.
I'd say the cat looks very uncertain about what's going on. He's kind of what is happening?
He's kind of looking. He's kind of looking up to the side a little bit.
Maybe a little distressed looking though.
Is someone going to stop this or?
Yeah. Who knows?
Wow.
Okay, so there's that. I've got a few other cats I've been painting.
We're looking at a grid of these when you show them kind of a gallery view. Yeah, and
cat with a bow tie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with a kind of spring floral and blue background.
Yeah. And here's another.
Some of these
cat.
have letters and symbols in them.
There's a couple letter pieces. One letter piece in here.
But now here's another cat you're showing us.
Another cat.
You've made music about your animals.
Yeah.
These are art pieces to coincide.
These
with
are
the
not
music,
portraits of any of the pets
Oh.
that we have.
Ah.
As soon as I set about trying to do a specific thing, I feel like to replicate the real world with paint is very hard to me. It's kind of impossibly hard. So I don't really try.
Right, there's
so
an
far
abstract
too
quality
much.
to all of these. Yeah, I think it's fair to point out. Yeah.
Do the one right
So
next to it.
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
This
I mean,
one?
you could, yeah.
Okay.
No,
like
this
that
doesn't.
one. Or
have
this
a
one.
cat that
No.
I can. Okay.
Oh, but I do like that one too.
No.
So much
I like that one
motion.
too. Yeah, that's motion.
So anyway, I'll start sharing it out here. There's a little letter B.
Oh, and a cat.
I've
on
changed
the
that
bee?
since.
Hmm.
Maybe
Maybe that's a cat
Yeah.
that you know.
a little bird.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
They're watching the sunset.
Yeah. Looks like some alpenglow.
Yeah, here I'll show you. This is probably the most. Oh, here, this one. Phew.
Wow. What do we have here?
You
David, please describe
like
it for
a fever
our listeners.
dream.
Well, earlier you were saying like you're not making the cats like look realistic. So in this case, perhaps you've given an extra 8 legs to this cat, maybe 9 or 10, and then it's elongated, almost like it kind of gives you the effect of like a centipede cat.
14 legs.
With
Uh-huh.
14, yeah, and then with a vest on that's buttoned up ornately, and then
If you look
kind of
close, it's
background
actually
swirls.
it's kind of underneath those top arms, so it's more like a corset, I would say.
It is more like a corset. Now that you point that out, good.
It's wearing
Yeah.
pink lipstick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that a toupee or is it its real hair?
A centipede, a catapede.
I thought
Never tells.
caterpillar.
Yeah. Caterpillar. Nice. So anyway, it's a ton of fun, and mostly I feel like I'm past the point where now I'm interested in what I'm doing and it's fun. So hopefully I'll keep doing it a lot more.
So if it's fun, is it fungible? Are these tokens that are fungible or non-fungible?
Some of these are going to be painted over eventually, right? You know, if I do have some intent of like maybe trying to get rid of it, some of it, give it away at some point. And if not, because if it doesn't fit on my walls and it's just going to sit on to the side, then it's going to get painted over for now. So, but most of these ones I like enough that I have decided to take pictures of them. So this one is actually on the wall.
Ooh,
You can see the light switch there. So
That's cool.
Just
wait, you painted it
barely.
directly onto the wall.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And what it actually does is at night, we have these little cut glass windows in our house. It was built in 1912, and it has some original windows, and there's some lights outside that shine on the windows 24/7 and refract light. So this is the little dark, the black lines are the shapes of the light that gets refracted onto that when all the lights are out. So
Wow.
So anyway, I think I ended up painting that the night that you guys, I took a break and let you guys do the show on your own. I think later that night I
That
painted that one.
explains a lot.
I can see that in this work.
I
Yes,
still don't see a
comes
light
through.
switch. I can't see a light switch.
Down
anywhere.
below.
Oh, sorry.
It's an actual
Okay,
light
It
switch.
was blocked from my view earlier because I had my.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, well, so yeah, our viewers, listeners will just have to check out my social media and start looking for pictures that I'll post.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Do you want to actually share your social media, your personal? Because we usually do.
Yeah, I mean,
the show
Daniel
with-
Foster Smith is my Instagram, and it's open, so you can just go and see it. But I haven't been posting on Instagram in a really long time. Most of my use of it has been just sort of, consuming it or using stories now these days.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll throw some of that on there.
All
All right, David.
That's great. Sharing your own stuff. You've done that before, and you're doing it again. I like it. Now, I have a request for Lindsey eventually that she'll do her own personal art piece when she shares the masks that she's been constructing herself. I'm interested in the final result, and I hope that we can all, bear witness.
Thanks.
Okay, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
I want to. This is kind of a piggyback onto several previous art sections I've shared, and I like to do this whenever I consume a new version of the same thing. So in the past, I mentioned that I've watched Netflix's The Witcher, starring Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher, the white-haired monster slayer, and he people might know that story that he goes about and gets paid to kill monsters for people. He is
living
the dream.
Yeah. I mean, he's always hard up though. He doesn't have the cash that he would like, and people always duck out from paying him as well. But he has so then I should say, before we build out the world a little bit more, I talked about one episode I shared that I have been playing the video game that was made from the original source material, which was a book. So I watched the show, then I played the video game, and now I've started listening to the audiobook. And I've finished
quite a progression in consuming a story, moving backwards through its chronology. And
you're right, it is. It's an interesting experience to try to consume the same narrative and mythology, but in a different medium, different platform. And I hope I have opportunities to do this kind of thing over and over again. It's easy to do with someone like Neil Gaiman, for example, whose work, he'll take the exact same work and then try to recreate it. The whole experience is a different medium, but he'll try to make it equal, and that's the thing I was experiencing when I was listening to the audiobook of The Witcher, because it's originally written not in English. So I wasn't listening in the original language, which was Polish, by the author Andrzej Sapkowski. Now, here's the last wish. You're pulling up the Wikipedia page for The Witcher. So I just thought it's a great experience. I recommend it for anyone, to try something in different platforms, different mediums, and compare the experience. It's always fun. But what's another fun thing that you can do if you know Polish and know English is read both. I mean, that would be the ultimate way to do this.
You should learn Polish just so that you can do that.
I don't disagree with you in some ways, but I don't have time, I don't think, to do that.
Well,
but
maybe
I have
someday.
Done things
you should fall back.
Things in multiple languages.
Free hour.
Including their original, like I've tried to read things in Spanish, for example, or... Anyway, this, though, is a funny thing about the translation of the material from The Witcher. There's Geralt of Rivia, The Witcher. He goes around trying to make a living, and some of that's hard because people don't want to pay him. So he does have a companion of sorts who kind of shows up in different episodes and accompanies him on his adventures. And his companion is a poet and a lutist, and he sings songs that build kind of. He's like the social media account manager for Geralt of Rivia, and he helps him build a legacy and recognition among the people of the villages of old Europe. So I think it's funny because in the show on Netflix, when you meet the character that is this lutist poet, his name is spelled Jaskier, Jaskier, some name like Geralt. Who knows what it means, right? But when I was starting to listen to the audiobook, I was hearing the pronunciation of Jaskier. You meet the different characters. And especially when you do different books, it's like, listening, if you're reading Nancy Drew, you have every new book, you have to meet all the different characters and how they relate to each other. And Nancy's dad was an attorney, and she, et cetera, et cetera. Same with Geralt of Rivia. You have to learn about him and his horse Roach. And then he has this relationship with this sorcerer, Yennefer. And then there's this poet that follows him around, and he's kind of obnoxious, but he's funny. And his name is Jaskier, but in in the audiobooks, you're meeting this character whose name is Dandelion. And you're like, okay, Dandelion, maybe eventually we'll get to Jaskier. But then after several books, you never meet anyone named Jaskier. It's just Dandelion is the character in the book.
Oh.
They just changed the
They
name
renamed
for
it?
the
They
show.
renamed it, yeah. So
How odd.
So it turns out that the original book Jaskier means buttercup in Polish. It's the flower, the buttercup. And when they were translating the book, they thought to themselves, well, buttercup is a weird name for a poet or something. It's not good enough. We'll say dandelion. And then eventually the books had their own like long life of fame with huge cult fan following, and then eventually the TV show comes out on Netflix, and they're finally getting around to just saying, let's call him, and that's why Dandelion, I think let's just call him his original name from the Polish book, instead of Buttercup. So because that might have thrown people off, I guess, if his name had been Buttercup.
So would you say that your piece this week is a ode to Jaskier?
Jaskier, ode to Jaskier. That as sweet with any name, I suppose. The other, here's the final bow.
The great tie-in there with Dandelion, because I love drinking dandelion wine.
You foreshadowed it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the final funny thing is that I think after the first audiobook that they recorded, the person doing the audiobook, his voice is a great, it's a great voice, and then he's doing all these different voices. He's doing monsters and young children and witches and all these different tones. But he says dandelion like you'd expect, but then in the second book and every book since then, he's pronounced it dandelion instead, which I've never heard before. But I guess it's a way to try to kind of soften the blow of choosing dandelion out of the blue anyway, which was a weird translation decision. But those are those funny things that happen when you you jump from platform to platform. You have to stretch it to make it fit to the new platform. And if it's a different language, some stretches just have to happen. I think that's a fun thing to observe, and I recommend the audiobooks. I think it's a really fun universe to be in, to kind of take you away from reality.
It's nice to get taken away from reality.
Oh yeah,
escape
as much as possible.
Escapism is a coping mechanism.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we'll put all these things into the show notes, and we'll go back. We'll put it into the YouTube description, so you can have some links there if you watch it later, and we'll probably tweet about it, put some instas, and so follow us on Instagram,
Twitter.
Yep, Instagram is at CrossSpod WordCast.
Twitter is at XPod WordCast.
And subscribe to us to watch and help us solve every week. You
can send us emails at crosspodwordcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. Thank you to producer Sam. Thank you to Salton Studios for putting us on the airwaves, so to speak, restreaming us to all 4 quarters of this great planet.
Yeah.
And
sounds like we're winding down.
Yeah, we're winding down.
Any last words, Lindsey?
I've really enjoyed my time with you guys solving this crossword tonight. Thank you.
We did it.
Thank you.
We did
it. Then we'll just say thank you again to producer Sam, and that's a pretty good place.
The thing is, I can see the camera, and he's nowhere near his computer.
So we
can just talk forever.
Okay, yeah.
We're stuck. Oh no, I'm going to get hungry.
Oh, we can't leave. Trapped.
Dandelion wine.
Dandelion wine.
Dandelion wine, please.
I'll tell her all about that. That's the theme song.
Wait, should we all just leave, but leave our green screens on, and then Sam will come back and no one's here?
That's one way that we can do it.
Way to skin this cat.
Here, I'll call him on the phone. How about that?
We could call him while we're all here.
Yeah.
I wonder where he is or what he's doing.
Yeah, thank you to producer Sam.
The show doesn't have a precise ending time, so really
No.
it could have ended 20 minutes from now, for all we know.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
and so he would have he'd have all the excuses to be outside of the room, away from his computer, if that happened to be the case.
Oh, Sam, there he is.
He responded to the phone call.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back, Sammy.
We ended the show, but it's still going.
Is it the end?
It didn't just stop
we did
for
our
us.
art. We did our art section, and we bid people a good night.
Adieu.
I hope that you were like just catching like a
Were you taking a nap?
a nap. That you were just
I
getting
had to
some
doze
Z's.
off.
Doze off, yeah.
Well, this is an even better place to stop recording.
It's a great vote of confidence that